Alright, everyone. Welcome back to episode 20 of our modded Grease's Goldtooth campaign. I'm Warhammer. Hope you're having a good day. Let's jump in right where we left off. We have pretty much wiped out Clan Rictus, but there's still one settlement hidden somewhere that we have no idea where it is. So we're just going to have to deal with this army here, and hopefully we find out where that is. Ooh, Tretch is back, though. Okay, that's more of a significant problem, because he's pretty strong to actually be able to put up a fight. So this guy probably can't do it on his own now. So we're going to pull him back into the settlement and have him recruit while the garrison is there to help him out. We can only really get crap units locally, but we'll try to do better after that. For our tribes, what do you want to do for our technology now? Control for enemy armies. Income from raiding, sacking, and looting. That one would take us 6 turns to get there. Income from sacking and looting might be good. And it would put us on the way to get bigger camps, which gives us more camps and meat construction cost reductions. It's actually not bad. This one is actually not bad on the way either, because this gives us meat from battles. Yeah, let's go for camp foraging, because that income, and then the extra meat will be really nice. We'll go down that. But the camp, we might need to recruit some units in it, so we can make sure it has units to defend off Tretch. But Greasus, we set an ambush, hoping to catch these Skaven armies. But looks like they're being a little bit annoying. I'm going to get rid of these. Actually, we'll fight the battle first. Over here at Fire Mountain Pass. We'll bring Greasus down to support. Then we'll get rid of those regimes of our own, because I don't think we need them anymore. Just going to occupy it. We are making absolutely no money now because we have so many armies at the moment. But these guys will be able to come down and start to help take on Queek. We'll take both of them down and go after Carekeep Peaks, because I know there's an army over here and I want to get to it before they go after Black Crag. Even if this guy gets ambushed, I'm pretty sure he can hold his own. And he should have enough movement range to make it to Carekeep Peaks next turn. Hopefully. It's going to be really, really close. But yeah, for Greasus, since we can't make it to either of these, yeah, we're going to try to send an ambush again. Because I can't actually make it there to get the attack. Plus they have 3 full armies there that are all full of Storm Vermin and Plague Monks, so we want to be able to take them on with support from this other army if at all possible. Let's level up our Butcher though in the meantime. Yeah, we just want to get rid of that Skaven corruption. We don't want to have to deal with a billion Menace Belows. So, let's spend another point in Troll Guts. That makes it cheaper and the cooldown a little bit shorter. Our Bruiser, yes, snacks, awesome. This one already has it though, so let's just give him more HP. And our Broadsider Bruiser. Let's give him Cause Terror in case something tries to get into the backline where he is. Let's level up Meat from Battles for our Camp Tyrant right there. Karagazul might get attacked, although I think they're more likely to come over here and attack us on that side. If we get into a battle and an ambush, I think we can still carry the day with our heroes. All of them, well, at least most of them can heal. And we have plenty of magic. But looking at our bounties, okay, we have to go after one of the Skaven armies. This one is Skaven army, nice. This one is clear over here for the Dark Elves, so we're rid of that one. This guy, oh, he was just gonna, oh, he can't make it there anyway, that's fine, okay. He'll go and colonize the Ash Ridge Mountains next turn. We should have money from battles. But we were also recruiting another army up here. But we kind of ran out of money. We have a lot of heroes hidden somewhere? Nope, not yet. Okay, we'll take Kenuport. We actually have the money laundering building here, so we don't want to raise it because I believe that would destroy it. But it is a capital settlement. Let's just sack it for now. Give us a little bit more experience to deal with these guys, and we're going to just go into ambush stance, or sorry, not ambush stance, encampment stance, while we wait for this guy to come over here, which will march him actually. But that is a lot of Skaven armies, and they're going after Jumming. Let's level up our tyrant though. We don't have rank 7 bonuses for our crushers yet, but they're really, really close. Let's get that one.
Belongs to the boss.
Our butcher, we can finally start to spend some points on magic. Hunter, let's go increase mobility. One of our bruisers. Let's do Brutus Thug. You're not level 12 yet. Neither are you guys, so we'll wait on that part. But I can say we should use some of that time to, with the money we just gained from sacking, to recruit a few more units there, but we don't have time, so we'll do it at this camp instead. Okay, for the camp, we could get Mournfangs, Ogre Bulls with Iron Fist, Man-Eaters. We could get 3 of them. Let's do that. They're pretty good units. Uses about all of our funds. Yeah, we need to start making some money, though. We need to... let's put the final point into Burning Head. We need to make money from some battles. Oh, I forgot about this guy, though. Okay, our territory ends right there, so we still got a while. So, if I go... Yeah, we can take one turn out of ambush stance. And Camp Tyrant. Give you... Yes.
No one else touch it. It'll happen.
For this bruiser, we're just waiting to get you to rank 12. Wow, we're getting rebellion here? Come on, game. It's like the 4th rebellion in that spot. Oh, it's so annoying. It's all the stupid Skaven corruption. Okay, well, is there a cheap lord I can put there who we've already leveled up somewhat? Okay, this guy's rank 7. Oh, except for that, we have so much money in supply. Yeah, we have almost 8,500 in supply lines, so yeah, we're gonna have to do something else. We'll get rid of this guy next turn after he colonizes that. We can hold off recruiting. Maybe we'll just have to cancel something. I don't know if I have anything that costs money. We can cancel Blood Peak. That's enough for now. We'll get the Firemouth Temple next turn, but that should be good. Oh, we didn't do a province bonus. Man. Yeah, hopefully once we do with Clan Wars, we can go and deal with this stuff in the east, because it's getting very dangerous on that front. I feel very confident going against Clan Wars now, because we have 4 armies down there. 3 of them are very good. And the one that's not is going to be on the tail of Greasus, so they should be able to survive as long as he doesn't get ambushed. Oh, he goes for an Ender's Underway. Okay, looking at the army, it's mostly infantry. There are a few weapons teams, some Poison Wind Mortars, Deathclad Bombardiers. Only one thing of artillery. Yeah, we are going to annihilate this army. Lots of halberds, though. 4 halberds. All right, another underway battle. Same map. I'm curious whether that's part of the mod that adjusts battle weather. If it makes all the underways this map. Because I actually prefer the Dwarven underway maps. But for us, it's just our typical Greasus army. It has survived this long for the most part with all the units we've started with, except for all the Noblars. By now we've replaced with Forsaken Noblar Warriors. These guys are pretty awesome. So they still have 160 models, but they have 63 armor. They have really good melee stats. They do poison damage. The magical and fire attacks are from our Fire Belly. But they have shields, and their armor piercing is actually not that bad. So they're going to be very useful, but we are just running straight ahead with some of our characters to get there as quick as we can. Our Ironhide Bruiser finally does have snacks, so he's going to be healing and melee now, but we're going to bring him up to scout a little bit, kind of decide which targets we want to go after. Playcloth Catapults do start to shoot at him along with these Warplock Giselles, so we're going to pull him into the woods in just a second. But for the Skaven army, they've got lots of Storm Vermin, lots of Plague Monks. I think there's 4 Halberds in total, and 4 Plague Monks along with some swords and shields, so it's pretty good army. Rat Ogres, yeah, there's the other Storm Vermin Halberds, but Warplock Giselles, Poison Wind Mortars, Deathglow Bombardiers, Rattling Guns, Playcloth Catapults. But while we wait for the rest of our army to get here, we're going to bring up our Broadsider, and he'll start to get some shots off in some of these Storm Vermin. He does have a shield, which I didn't notice before, so that's going to make him very resistant to a lot of these shots. I believe Warplock Giselles are not counted as artillery, but they do have Shield Breaker. So they're going to reduce the missile block chance by 24. So it will negate pretty much all of our shield block chance, but that's okay. Big shot there. Oh, that's a sweet shot by him. Didn't kill a whole lot of troops, but did do a lot of damage. Yeah, Ironhide's just going to try to get on top of these Warplock Giselles. Storm Vermin do try to catch him, but we push through. Hunter get on top of the Rattling Guns. But Plague Monks do come in. We're going to try to be able to shut down that Playcloth Catapult as well. But the rest of our army still catching up. Over here on the left, they have sent the Rat Ogres in, and they do spot our Noblar Trappers. So I do divert some of our Man-Eaters and our Forsaken Noblars to go help for a little bit. But Grease is going right into Pound Town on these Plague Monks. Same with Bragg the Gutsman. They do send the Deathglow Bombardiers to try to get on top of him, but Sabertusk summoned down from the Hunter, and that will shut down those Playcloth Catapults. Meanwhile, the Hunter is taking a little bit of damage. He is fighting Halberds, so that is not ideal for him, but over here, we are ready to go into battle. We have some of our Iron Guts along with the Butcher going after these Doom Flayers. They are going to wreck them. We have the mass to stop them, and the bonus of infantry is not going to help them. Very quickly, Rat Ogres get taken out by the combination of the missiles from the Noblar Trappers and some Forsaken Noblars getting on top of them. But over here, it's like characters doing really, really well. But they still have been able to hold out with a lot of their weapons teams and keep them active for a little bit. Like these Rattling Guns do get away. They get plenty of shots in on our Hunter, who is taking a fair amount of damage from these Halberds. But the catapults are down. Bragg got some does get on these Poison Mortars, and the Gracer gets away for a little bit. But over here, these Storm Vermin are holding up surprisingly well, actually. Our Chaos Ogre Brawlers are kind of getting their butts handed to them by them, despite being surrounded by a lot of our other friendly troops. So it's not a great fight for these guys, but we do have some support for them. Over here, Firebelly taking on some Storm Vermin and Deathglow Bombardiers by himself. He is holding up surprisingly well, though. But out in the back, we have taken out almost everything. Some of these Rat Ogres have come back, so we dedicated our Noblar Trappers and Forsaken Noblars to go after them. These Ogre Bulls with dual weapons got demolished fighting those Storm Vermin, though. They lost almost 3/4 of their models. But we do keep them out for a little bit, so they won't be taken out, but with that, we get army losses just too much for this game to handle. Yeah, not that bad of a battle. I did not keep a careful enough eye on some of these regular ogres, though, because they got pretty low. Okay, meat. We have a lot of meat. We need gold, though, so we're going to take all the gold. Another interway interception. I have, like, dyslexia whenever I try to talk reading something. So looking at it, they have a Gracier, a Chieftain. I don't know if he's on a... I think he's on a Bone Crusher, though. But no anti-large. I think we can do this. I don't know why it's giving us a valiant defeat, but we shouldn't be able to have too much of a problem. Another underway battle, this time with our Tyrant. I think we have an okay chance. As far as unit quality goes, they far surpass us. They have a lot of good infantry. Ours is mostly just basic units, but Ogre Bulls can do pretty good if you have enough Noblar support for them, so that's why I kind of took this interception battle, hoping we could do it. We do have some Blood Vultures and Saber Tusk, hopefully to be able to shut down some of their ranged units in the back, but looking for the Skaven army, it's like they got Plague Monks, lots of Storm Vermin, some Skaven Slaves, Rat Ogres, but the big thing are Doom Flayers. These guys are really hard to kill for us, because we don't have the characters to kind of do the super high weapon strength to them. They've got Gutter Runners, Night Runners, and Rattling Guns. And another Gutter Runner with Slingers. So these guys do a fair amount of damage. Our units do not have armor outside of our Tyrant, so going to be prime targets to them, but for the Skaven, the big issues for us are the Gracier and this Chieftain. He's like, I think like level 23 or something. So he has Frenzy. He's got really good stats, 115 armor, really high leadership, magic attack, so he's going to bypass any physical resist we have. But looking at his abilities, he also gives physical resist to any nearby lord, and he gets physical resist himself if his hit points get below 50%, so he can be really, really nasty. Along with Frenzy, he also reduces leadership of nearby units for us, so that's bad. Plus, he gives leadership to himself. I guess that's only if the Gracer gets killed, so that one doesn't come into play yet. But board save, he's got really good resistances. Menace Belows do try to come down on top of us. We actually do want to get the charges off to build up our army points from charging units so we can get some heals or some of those army abilities off, but while we wait for the rest of our units, Skaven have started to reformat their formation, to shift their formation, to kind of adjust for us. We are waiting until all of our forces get there at the same time, so hopefully our Nobbers can provide a good meat cushion for our Ogre Bulls, but the Tyrant himself, something I'm not a huge fan of, is Big Bellower. It's a pretty decent trait, so you give leadership, but it's only if you're out of melee, which for our Tyrant is the exact opposite of what we want to do with him. So at points, we're going to try to keep the leadership high for all of our units, because their leadership is not great compared to the Skaven on Legendary. But he also does have the Brownier statue. He does reduce enemy leadership by 8. So it's going to be a pretty big battle of basically just leadership. Whose leadership can last longer? But we are moving in for the kill. Nobblar's getting ahead of us. Getting ready for our charge, but Rattling Guns do start to fire. None of our units have... Well, I guess our Ogre Bulls with Iron Fist are on the sides, which I probably should have kept some of them in the middle. But we're going to go right after these Skaven Slaves. I was fine with the Tyrant going in initially to try to break these guys as quickly as possible. The Saber Tusk do get around, and I'd set them to go after these Rattling Guns, but the Night Runners do get in the way, so the charge gets interrupted a little bit, but our Vultures are also coming in to try to shut these guys down. Over here, the battle against the Skaven Storm Vermin with Sword and Shield is actually not doing very well on us, because the Rat Ogres are there to help. Even with our poison from the Nobblers, it's not going great. Over here in the middle, fighting these Storm Vermin and the Doom Flayers, along with the Chieftain, is just not going in our favor. The chieftain just being really, really nasty, even against our tyrant doing very, very well. So I do try to pull him out and try to keep him out of combat so we can support the leadership of our units. But very quickly, our units are getting routed. Saber tusks do get routed, and blood vultures about to follow very, very shortly after. We do break through most of the right flank. This is a Menace Below summon. But the bad thing about this being an underway battle for us is that the map is so small. So as our units route, most of them are just going to route off the map, which is going to be the case for our Saber Tusks and our Blood Vultures. Really, really bad. Because our unit leadership is not great. I did keep our Tyrant out of combat for a little bit, so they are getting the supported leadership over here to continue their fight. But just gradually our stuff is just getting picked off by all this range fire. The Doom Flayers keeping these Ogre Bulls with Iron Fists from catching up to some of these Gutter Runners and stuff. Even with their shields, not going to be great for us. And once again, the Chieftain gets on top of our Ogre Tyrant, and very quickly the leadership of all of our units just diving. And this Chieftain also has the Tormentor Sword, which locks our guys into place, which is bad. But over here, this battle is actually not going terrible. The Rat Ogres do come in for a charge against our Noblars. Doesn't break them. They're holding out, which is very surprising, but the Storm Vermin are going down. Leadership's still pretty high, but they are losing models. So Ogre Bulls with Iron Fist get routed off. These other ones that did manage to chase down these Gutter Runners. Getting some kills off, but it is a tough battle, actually. And the main part of our force has routed. Some of them have started to come back. We pulled our Tyrant over to try to get attack on these Grace here and to support the leadership of the units over here, but our army's just kind of being piecemealed and taken apart one by one. Things are just not able to do as well against the higher quality Skaven units. Grace are actually taking some damage though from our Tyrant, along with some Ogre Balls who are helping him out, trying to tie him down. But our right flank is almost entirely collapsed. One of the Noblars still holding out these Ogre Bulls. Getting a few attacks on these Night Runners, but very quickly the Rattling Guns back up and running, firing on these Ogre Bulls, and they will very, very quickly go down from that concentrated fire. But Chieftain, once again, coming in, he just wrecks the leadership of all these units, and we just don't have anti-large in this army to be able to deal with him. And we don't have any magic attacks either to get through all that physical resist. But the Ogre Tyrant did chase off some of those units. I did want to try to get the last little bits of charges we could to get a arm ability from Meat Feast to get a big kill, which we do get down right there. It's going to put him almost all the way back up to full, but with the rest of the army crumbling, there's probably not a whole lot we can do. Yep, Noblars get chased off. Ogre Bulls are going to go off the map. Some of our Noblars do come back, some of our Ogre Bulls, but with a combination of the Chieftain just rallying all the Skaven leadership and the missile incoming fire, it's just proven to be a little bit too much for our Raggedy Tag army. I thought we'd have a better chance since we had a lot of bonus for infantry, but just we didn't have the unit quality to deal with the high rank Skaven units, because a lot of these units were pretty high rank, so they do have increased stats. And almost all of our units have routed. It is just the Tyrant holding on now. His leadership's still pretty high, but he's got nothing to support him now. Those Rattling Guns just getting lots of shots off, decimating our Noblars. And now that the Chieftain has started to get some attacks off, it's gonna really, really hurt our Tyrant. His leadership's down a little bit below half. But the Morse Clanstone also helping out, because giving their units a ton of armor piercing and melee, be able to get through this Tyrant's armor. And just the combo just not working out well for us. Some of our units do come back, but very quickly they get routed off again with the fire from the Gutter Runners and the Rattling Guns. Our Tyrant not having a good time against the Chieftain and the Doom Flayers. Oh, that's actually surprising to see how tall the Ogre Tyrants are compared to a Bone Crusher. But we did try to pull him back to try to rally some of the leadership of our units around here, but it's not quite fast enough. Last few remaining units, getting very close to the edge of the map. And Tyrant taking big hits from that Chieftain on the Bone Crusher. He's about half health. And now the Rattling Guns are shooting him in the back. And his leadership just cannot take it. Well, that kind of sucks. He was on level 10, so it's not a huge issue. But that army was just, that Chieftain in particular just gave us way more trouble than I thought he would. We dealt with the infantry very, very well, but we just couldn't really get on top of a lot of the gutter runners and stuff. But we weren't able to keep the Rattling Guns shut down the entire time. But yeah, man, that Chieftain just proved to be the bane of our undoing. That's okay, though. That wasn't a... I don't want to say necessary. Essential. It wasn't an essential army. It was one that we just kind of set down that way to take the Desolation of Nagash, which we ended up doing, which is fine. Okay, another underway interception. Okay, this one, though. 2 Chieftains, an Assassin, lots of weapons teams. I honestly just don't think we have... I don't know how high level these Chieftains are. They're not on Bone Breakers, I think, because they only have 85 armor. No, actually, they may be... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to decline that, actually. We can deal with it afterwards. I don't want to risk losing another army when we don't have to. Oh, Blaze Sorrow, they've actually come out to fight Clan Moore. Is interesting. Okay, I want to make sure I get Care Gate Peaks then. Okay, what was our new bounty? Capture and occupy. So this must be controlled by the Skaven then. They must have occupied it. Oh, okay, that's the last settlement for Clan Rictus. That's good to know. We'll deal with it in a little bit. Let's make sure we recruit some stuff for this guy so he can deal with this rebellion. Let's actually give him Forsaken Noblar fighters. Does that be good? Actually, no, we don't need quite that good of units for him to fight a rebellion. Because he's not going to fight any other Skaven for a little bit, so we're fine just giving him crappy Noblars. Yeah, let's take care of this Skaven army, though, from the minor faction. Oh, they retreat that way, actually. Okay. Greases shouldn't have to move. Yep. Sweet. Yeah, and I wasn't quite sure what those chieftains were going to be, but do a little more damage than I would have thought. We don't really get a whole lot of replenishment, so we're just going to take the money. The camp can defend itself now. All of the Skaven armies retreated, though. Can you make it? No, you're just shy of getting to Care Cake Peaks this turn. So I'm just going to read it, because there might be a dwarf army that gets there before us. But you guys are going to come down and help out here. Black Crag I do want to keep, though, because it does have a gold mine. Okay, we got one of our bounties. That's awesome. And... okay, we still can't make it to any of these settlements yet. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go into ambush stance with Greasus while we're in friendly territory. Put this guy into encampment stance just to make sure he doesn't get ambushed. This one, if he does get ambushed, he can defend itself. This guy is a freaking tank. But now that I'm confident that we have control of all this stuff, we can pay to repair some of these settlements and upgrade them. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's really bad for us. Church is actually recruiting units now.
More meat for my grinder.
So we need to make sure we don't lose this camp. He can't reach it this turn, but it's still pretty dangerous. We're going to come down here. If he wants to attack us, we should be able to retreat close enough to the settlement to get the garrison. If he wants to take the Gates of Zar, so be it.
Dispensing lucre. Money master.
Let's level up this camp tyrant as well. Get rid of Unfeared. Oh, let's do this now, because he gets them at a slightly higher level now.
Die. Right.
Okay. A lot of the stuff...
Your dinner.
Yeah, I don't think I'm actually going to do anything with this tyrant anymore. Because what we'll do, we'll use this army that's going to deal with the rebellion. He'll deal with that, and then go take Ashridge Mountains.
The boss do what
Camp tyrant. Yep, give us more meat from battles.
Greases.
Rhesus is almost hit level. Yeah, almost hit level 40. Sweet.
Nice and shiny.
Well, we've set you to automatic upgrades now, but let's do mentor for our butchers. They can probably go into auto assign. Let's do the melee attack and spell resist on our hunter. This other butcher, though. Yeah, but spend 1 point, finish off the maw, and do lookout nobbers for the missile resist. Our bruiser, who is mounted. Yeah, let's just keep giving him more HP. His melee stats are pretty good. Our drunkard. A bit more HP. Alright, the gutsman. Let's do weapon strength and weapon strength. Because we just want you to be able to kill whatever you're hitting almost instantly. Our bruiser, we're going to give him more melee defense. Our broadsider. Slaughtermaster, let's try to get redline skills now, actually. Since we're going to be fighting a lot more battles. I feel confident we can get rid of these regiment for now. That'll free up a little bit more funds and we can get them in an emergency if we need to. But, Aniral's Tomb... Let's just upgrade our money production for now. Same thing down here. Okay, they all decided to pull back into the settlement. This is the one that we did sack, so I think the walls will actually be pretty much destroyed. I don't know what's going to be in these armies, though. Okay, it's pretty much all crap units. Lots of Skaven slaves. So we should be able to deal with it, actually. So let's get... Let's pay Master Near. He does have Yetis. They have magic attacks to get through the physical resist in some of these units. But which one is the bounty? Ongo Ringretch. But she is... That's that army. So there's 3 full armies. That one's actually not bad. It has more Night Runners, and they do actually have a fair amount of missile damage and armor piercing because they're part of Clanation. I don't think we want to attack the settlement because we want to be able to chase stuff down. So we want to attack the army that's the least problematic. That means all the reinforcements are going to be easier to deal with. So let's go after this guy. Oh, he actually retreats. Very interesting. I did not expect that. Okay, if we attack him now... Okay, we're in range of the settlement, though, unfortunately, so we can't... We have to attack the settlement. One army retreats. Okay, he's just making it easy for us, apparently. Okay, let's you're not close enough to reinforce if we move after these armies on the right. So let's do that real fast. Because they're, oh yeah, they're all just going to retreat. That's okay. What we're going to do, we're going to besiege that. This guy, come after them. Is that how we want to do it? I think so, because then we don't. Then if we fight this, we don't fight it inside the settlement. And that way, we don't have the negative penalties from the auto resolve. Okay, if we auto resolve it, we take low casualties. It says low casualties just because we have a low amount of entities, but that can still mean we take a lot of damage to our guys. So I think we actually want to fight this one. This is our first battle, manual battle, with a Ogre Paymaster, if I remember correctly. We have our little ragtag army against the Skaden ragtag army, while both of us wait for our leadership, for our reinforcements to come in. We have a very good army coming in. We'll get here before the reinforcements will. A lot of just Skaven slaves, a few good units, but we are going to be able to crush them very quickly. We have a very powerful, very high experience army with lots of heroes. But over here is going to be our first real showcase of the Yetis that aren't the Regiment of Renown. We did decide to recruit these guys because they do have magic attacks, so they are going to bypass physical resistance of units like Night Runners. Then they also have Frostbite, so they're really good at catching the Skaven units that are pretty fast. I'm going to decimate these guys very, very quickly. Over here, the Dark Elf Dark Riders that are part of the settlement garrison just getting demolished by the Yetis, like, not even a chance for them. Our Hunter trying to get a few shots off on the enemy Warlock Master. But our Ogre Paymaster actually not doing that bad. He does have pretty good stats, even if his armor is not fantastic. But he is a good support lord. He can still hold his own for being an Ogre character. But our reinforcements do start to pile in. Yeti's clearing up units, though. The Skaven army doesn't have much for us. They just can't deal with our Yetis, but these Warp Lightnings are decimating this unit of Nalbars we had. But that hit a lot of their own Skaven slaves right there. But yeah, Warlock Master, about gone. We do send over some Tyrants, but over here, these Skaven reinforcements have started to come, and they do get Warp Lightning on top of our Iron Guts, but we have positioned ourselves in a good spot to just clobber these guys right as they come in. We have 4 bruisers in this army along with a butcher and a firebelly. But lots and lots of Skaven infantry, lots of Skaven slaves. These guys don't have any armor, so they can be very vulnerable to all of our units and any magic we decide to do down. Which right there we have a big burning head. It does lots of damage, but not a whole lot of armor piercing, but this is the perfect scenario for us. We just demolished all those units. Look how much damage they took right there. Very, very effective. Look at that. He almost got 1,000 kills from a single cast of that. That was amazing. Warlock Master going down very quickly to the Tyrant and the combined bruises that are over here. Some of the units still coming on, like the Poison Globadiers, Warp Fire Throwers, and the Catapults. We have shut them down for the most part. The bruiser we sent over to chase down these Night Runners, getting some kills. Warlock Master just barely surviving. But we have another bruiser along with our Paymaster and the Hunter going after him while the Yetis clean up some of the Skaven Slingers. Back on this side, it is just the last few units holding out. The Warlock Master has run off the battlefield, so they are getting that big leadership penalty. And with that, the battle is ours. Alright. This army's dead for sure because they retreated once. This guy is not, but we killed off a lot. Fortunately, a lot of the important units got away, but we'll finish them off. For this guy, let's take the meat, because 250 meat is actually pretty substantial for this guy. Okay, hopefully this guy still has a lot of his movement range left, which is, yeah, which is what we want. Is what we want to happen now. We want this guy to occupy the settlement. We want our
Tyrant of the tribe.
Ogre Tyrant to be able to
Payday.
chase the armies that fled. I'm curious what happens here, though. Okay, so our money laundering scheme disappears, which is unfortunate, but nothing we can do about that for now. I don't remember which of these armies retreated, though. I believe this one did not retreat on his own. Oh no, this is the one that was just supporting the settlement. So let's try to attack them. So it should draw the other army in. But let's level these guys up first. Under Chieftain's pretty nice because it gives sword save to our tyrant. And this guy's not quite level 12, so we'll wait on him. Let's level up our hunter. Actually, we're going to save points until you hit level 12. Let's do replenish troops. And we're going to attack this army that retreated from the battle, because that should mean that they can't retreat again. Awesome. If we auto, what is up with the auto resolve for this army? The auto resolve does not like our lead belchers. But we have gone for almost 50 minutes, guys, so that's where we will cut this episode off, and we'll pick up right after. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Warhammer. Have a great day, guys.